Hi, everybody. Mike White here. Welcome to this week's blog post. Uh, really impressive numbers coming from the field this first full week of 2023. Um, Lots of clients reporting new contracts, new pre-approvals, new contacts for information, all significantly higher than they were in the last few weeks of 2022. So as expected, the new year brought both buyers and sellers back into the market, and it proves the point that people are interested in buying a house. They're interested in selling houses, uh, and you just have to have yourself in the position to be in front of those opportunities, to have those conversations when people are seeking information or assistance moving forward, because people are interested in making something happen now. And I think that's the big takeaway. And while the people who are coming into the marketplace are not, coming in it with a huge sense of urgency, the interest and the commitment to actually selling a house, buying a house, or selling a house and buying a house seems to be very strong, and people are very interested in making it happen. And I believe when people's mindset is such that they're going to make it happen and they're committed, they're looking for people who are positive and committed to the process. And I think that's always a good sign, and certainly a sign that's very welcome now. Now, you know, sellers traditionally come to the market after the holidays. January traditionally is a great listing month. So inventory uh, should be arriving. What type of homes they are, where in the market they lie is something that you have to pay attention to. Because again, I've seen a lot of interest in the trade up buyer. The people having to sell to move, especially that second or third trade up. So the middle to upper end of your market, at least for the people that I work with, has seemed to find a lot of activity. People selling something to buy something for the second or third time. But we're also seeing a really good supply of first-time home buyers, because they're getting their offers accepted. Many are coming back into the market because we all know this time last year, if you weren't putting money, over asking, and there was competitive bid situations, those first-time home buyers using FHA, VA, USDA, some that required some sort of a concession or seller's contribution, were certainly kicked to the curb in favor of people who were interested in going cash over with waiving inspections and appraisals. It wasn't that long ago that we were doing that. But the first time home buyer, we're seeing those houses being, sold, those offers being accepted, sellers concessions and contributions are, part of some of these transactions. It's not impossible for those people to contemplate accepting those deals, and so they're happening. So that's a big deal, and it should be part of what your process is, your mindset as to where your market's going. That this should be a time that you should be positive and engage with your referral partners. I also want to bring up that the Friday before New Year's, back on December the 30th, Dave Savage of Mortgage Coach reached out to me and asked me to be part of a conversation that he streamed live on Facebook. He titled it Four Generations of Originations. And while there weren't really age-wise four generations, me being the oldest going in there, and Sosi, who was on the call, who was 33, barely old enough to be my grandson. But the point was, it was four different eras of the mortgage industry, between me and Dave Gallegos, who was on the call, and Dave Savage and Sosi. And so they were perspectives that I think that we wanted to share. I really enjoyed the call, because there's a lot of information that needs to be shared, a lot of strategies out there that can be employed There are a lot of people in the last couple of years who, either came into the business or because of the way the business was, have completely forgotten about certain aspects of the mortgage business and certain strategies and certain things they should be doing on a regular basis moving forward. And I was really excited about the exchange of ideas and concepts and the sharing of information. And I think, well, we're going to probably get back together as a group and do a deeper dive on those topics. Dave Savage is always one of those people who really likes to extrapolate information and share point of views and strategies that are working right now in today's market. And so what I did here in the blog is I shared the link to the Facebook live call, that chat on Mortgage Coach. You can find it in the link in the written one. You can also find it on my Facebook page. I've shared the link on there. I think it's an interesting group that Mortgage Coach has, that forum, the information that they share, the people that get involved on that, I think is highly valuable to some. And if you're not following the group on Facebook, or you're not subscribed to the Mortgage Coach YouTube channel, I think you're missing an opportunity to gather really good information. Speaking of good information, you'll see the book that's behind me over my shoulder here, called Atomic Habits, by James Clear. And it was a gift over the holidays, which I've been reading. And I think it's a very interesting book. There's a lot of great little concepts and stuff like that I think deserve attention. And so if you're into actually reading, and if you like, that type of thing, which I know many of you who follow me do, I would seriously consider, grabbing a copy and making a read of it, because I think there's a lot of takeaways. For me, there's a lot of really strong reminders of things that I need to be focusing on and sharing again with my clients, because, again, while there's never anything really new in our industry, there's always a new way to look and a new ways to remind people of the things that we're supposed to do on a daily basis. And I think this book would be very helpful. It's an easy read, and I think well worth the time. So as always, if you want to reach out, you want to talk, you have questions or comments, it's Mike at imtcoaching.com, and we'll talk to you again next week. Take care.